Well, friends, welcome all of you. So, friends, we know it is the total income which is chargeable to tax, and total income is computed by deducting certain deductions from the gross total income. Gross total income is the aggregate of income which are generated from all these five heads. Then that is subjected to two adjustments. Clubbing provisions are applied. Some other income may be clubbed, and also if there is some carry forwarded losses that can be set off. So after doing that, we get gross total income. From that gross total income, chapter 60 deductions are made, which are which are listed under section 80C to 80U. After that, we get total income, and that total income will be subjected to income tax at a particular rate. And also, in some cases, some case of assesses, there is a basic exemption limit, meaning only when the total income exceeds the basic exemption limit, income is chargeable to tax, otherwise not. Okay. Now, friends, what we'll do, and that total income is chargeable to tax at particular rate or rates. If it is a single rate, we'll call it rate. If there are multiple rates, that means slab rates are there, we need to know what is that rate. And these rate and rates, most of these rates and rates are provided in the Finance Act for the relevant assessment year. As I told you from the beginning, we'll be learning this subject for which assessment year? 21-22. You might be thinking that 21-22 assessment year has not yet come. Is it not? Right now, you see, we are in the month of January. Budget will be presented in the month of February. Assessment year 21-22 will be starting from 1st April 21. Then how I am able to teach that provisions, or how will be learning the rates which are applicable to 21-22. You might be wondering how it is possible. Yes or no? The 21-22 rates I'll be telling you right now. Okay, now for that is the reason we need to understand the budget, how budget looks like, and in that budget means we are calling that is exactly what is that we will be referring that as Finance Act. So we'll see what will be there in the Finance Act 2021, and the latest Finance Act which is there with us is Finance Act 2020. So by referring to Finance Act 2020, we'll be able to find out what is the tax rate which is applicable for the assessment year 21-22. Meaning already we know the tax rate which is applicable for assessment year 21-22, that is provided in the Finance Act 2020 itself. Okay, but to understand this concept, what is important for us? Important to know the Schedule 1 of Finance Act. And as you know, what I was explaining, Schedule 1 of Finance Act has got how many parts?
Four parts.
Four parts: part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So we'll be seeing what is the content of these parts right now. Okay, I'm going to share the screen with you. Yeah. Now, as you can see, first schedule to the Finance Act important for us, and it contains four parts: part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. And part 1, this time you refer to the Finance Act, watch the Finance Minister's speech, or read the finance bill which will be published in the newspaper. Part 1 talks about income tax rate for the various assessees for the current assessment year. Current assessment year means if it is Finance Act 2021, for 21-22, what is the income tax rate? It will be prescribed there. In which schedule? Schedule 1, part 1. Okay, understood? Okay, this time when you will be seeing this Finance Act, you can see part 1 will be containing the tax rate for the assessment year 21-22. Part 2 will be containing TDS rates for various assessees for the current financial year. Current financial year means for 21-22 financial year. What is the tax rate? What is the tax deducted at source rate? Right? And certain incomes, TDS is applicable. That means the person who is paying that income, he needs to deduct tax at source. So he should know in advance at what rate tax is to be deducted. right? So tax rates, TDS rates are available in part 2. Part 3 will be talking about TDS rates for salaries and advanced tax rate. Advanced tax rate means next year's rate. Advanced tax rate for the current financial year. This part 3 is the extremely important part in this project, in this particular schedule. So for example, Finance Act 21-22 part 3 will be talking about the rates for financial year 21-22 or for assessment year 22-23. Part 3 will be talking about tax rate for advanced tax rate for which assessment year? Can I read it?
22-23.
22-23. And next year, what will happen? Next year, Finance Act 2022 will be coming, 2022, right? In next Finance Act, what will happen? In 22 Finance Act, this part 3 will be copied and will be pasted as part 1. Because 22-23 rates are there in Finance Act 21, it is there. But Finance Act 22, what will happen? Part 3 will be copied and pasted here, and that will become part 1. So that is why, even if Finance Act 21 has not come, but still I'm able to tell you the rates because it is already there in the Finance Act 20. But only thing is that in the Finance Act 20, it was there, it's part 3. And the same thing will be appearing here as part 1. Are you getting? So we already know what is the rates for Finance Act. What is the rate which are mentioned in the Finance Act 21 in part 3, in part 1. Part 1 part we know because part 1 part already there in the previous year, it was there in part 3. Okay, if government will be making some changes, will be making changes in part 3, but that is for assessment year 22-23. So almost before 1 year, we already know what will the rate for assessment year 21-22. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this time if you have a look at the Finance Act or Finance Bill, you will be able to understand. Part 4 talks about how agricultural income will be clubbed. How the agricultural income will be clubbed with non-agricultural income. That's a different concept. Some other time we'll be learning. In certain situations, agricultural income, non-agricultural incomes are clubbed. Then tax is computed. Then tax and agricultural income with basic exemption limit is to be computed. That has to be deducted. That is a process. So some other day, if time permits, I'll be explaining you how to merge agricultural income with non-agricultural income for rate purposes, for arriving at the rate. Otherwise, agricultural income is exempt from tax. It will be clubbed only to arrive at a rate. Okay, so this is how these are, you can say, these are the components of a Finance Act. So as you can understand, important component is part 3. Finance Minister will be making changes in the part 3 that will become part 1 in the next Finance Act. What is part 3 in the Finance Act 2021 will become part 1 in the Finance Act 2022 or 2021. What is there here? It will be appearing in 2022. It will be appearing here. Okay, that is how we already know what is the rate which is there in the part 1 of the Finance Act 2021, which is yet to come. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
clear to you? Yeah. Now you see, what is the rate for these people? That is individuals, HUF, AOP, POI, AJP for assessment year 2021. And we are talking about men and women who are below 60 years of age. As you can see, rate is like this. Total income up to 2,50,000. How much? Nil. 2,50,000, 1 to 5 lakh, 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. And above 10 lakh, 30%. So 5%, 20%, 30%, and nil. Okay.
Yes, sir.
and there will be surcharge, there will be marginal relief, and there will be a rebate, and there is a health and education cess 4% also on income tax and surcharge, and there is alternate minimum tax also. So all these concepts gradually will be knowing, but at this stage, will you be able to compute tax of a person? Let us say ignoring all these things, rebate, etc. Let us forget. Let us say somebody's income is, let us say 8 lakh. Can you compute tax? And the person is a man below 60 years of age. Have you remembered the tax rate? Up to 2,50,000, nil. Okay. Above that 2,52,000, 5 lakh, how much?
5%.
5%. 5%. And 5 lakh to 10 lakh?
20%.
20%. Above 10 lakh?
30%.
Okay. Can you note down in a piece of paper? 5 lakh, 5%. 10 lakh, 20%. Above 10 lakh, 30%. Okay. Now, let us calculate somebody's income. You have to in fact tell me somebody's income. Let us say income is around 12 lakh, let us assume. Are you able to see the screen now? Excel file, are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Let us say income is 12 lakh. Who can tell me what is the tax? Let us ignore, at this time we are ignoring all these other things, only basic tax we are computing. Let us say surcharge, health, education cess, etc. will be ignoring. How much is the income? 12 lakh. How it is to be computed? Let us say first 0 to 2,50,000. 0 to 2,50,000. What is the basic rate? Rate is how much? 0. We'll take here
Nil.
Rate. Okay, here I'm taking income slab. Here will be, now let us say here it is our, this is what I am calling about the total income. Total income means gross total income minus all these deductions is 12 lakh. Okay, so total income, let us say 12 lakh rupees. Some of you might be quite familiar, but it may be a new concept for some of us. So let us move slowly. Let us say, so 0 to 2,50,000. So nil. So consequently, amount will be how much? 0. Then 2,50,000 above. That means 2,50,000
to 5 lakhs.
Yeah, to 5 lakh. 2,50,000 001 to 5 lakh. What is the rate applicable?
5%.
5%. So friends, try to understand. Our total income is 12 lakh. Out of this 12 lakh, first slab is 0 to first slab is 2 lakh up to 2,50,000. For that 2,50,000, tax rate will be 0. That means no tax will be levied. Now above that, for another 2.5 lakh, because 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, gap is 2.5 lakh. Is it not? 2,50,000 1 to 5 lakh. For this 2,50,000 rupees, tax rate will be 5%. So here, what will be the tax? 2,50,000
12,500
into 5%.
into
So 12,500. All of you understood? Okay, total income is 12 lakh. 12 lakh has got various components. Let us say first slab is 0 to 2,50,000 nil. Next 2,50,000, we have to pay 5,000 from 5%. Next, above, instead of 2,005, like I should write like this, more than 2,05,000. Okay. Next we will see if it is exceeds. Next slab is more than
5
5
lakhs.
lakh, 5 lakh to
10 lakhs.
5 lakh to 10 lakh.
5 lakh 1 rupee.
Here, what is the tax rate? Tell me.
30%.
20%.
30%,
20%.
20%,
20%.
20%.
20%.
Remember, 20%. Okay, our total income is 12 lakh. Out of 2 lakh, first 2.5 lakh is nil. Next 2.5 lakh is 5%. So here total 5 lakh is gone. And for the next 5 lakh, we have to pay 20%. That means on this 5 lakh into 20%, how much I'm getting? How much I'm getting?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. Because 20% and 5 lakh, 1 lakh. Okay. Now, how much of income left? Total is 12 lakh. Up to 10 lakh, I have computed. Now, above 10 lakh to 12 lakh. Because my total income is 12 lakh. How much income is left? How much total income is left out now? 2 lakh rupees, is it not?
2 lakhs.
On 2 lakh rupees, what is the rate?
30%.
How much?
30%.
30%.
30%. Very good. 30%. So on this 2 lakh, I have to compute 30%. Okay, so I will write 2 lakh into 30%. So how much it is?
60,000.
60,000. Okay. Now, what is my total tax?
6.
How much?
1,72,500.
1,72,500. Here, for your information, let me tell you one more thing. Other things also we'll be learning. There is one thing which is called as health and education cess. Okay. This cess is levied at the rate of 4%. But 4% on what? 4% of this total tax. This is the tax, no? This is the tax. On this tax amount, 4% will be levied. Then again, what will happen? This amount, this amount, and 4% of that. So total amount, how much will be payable? This plus this. So this much money will be payable. This is called as a tax plus cess. This much amount will be payable. Did you understand? I'll be telling the provisions of health and education cess, provisions of surcharge, provisions of rebate. Now for the timing, just I wanted to explain you if slab rate is there, how things will be computed. Is it clear to you? All of you have understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what happens? The total income is divided into various slabs. The first 2.5 lakh, no rate, 0. Then the next 2.5 lakh, 5%. Next 5 lakh, 20%. And the remaining amount, 30%. The moment it exceeds 10 lakh rupees, all extra amount will be 30%. Let us say person is having 50 lakh income. Then 50 lakh minus 10 lakh. Then the 40 lakh rupees, he has to pay 30%. Because above 10 lakh, whatever amount is there, he has to pay 30% on that. All of you are clear with this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Clear? Okay, fine. Now, I'll go back and share the previous screen with you. Now you can see what you have seen. There is a rebate. We'll be learning about this rebate. Once after learning all these slab rates, I'll be telling you what is this rebate. Rebate under 87A. What is that? I will be learning. Then surcharge. In certain situations, surcharge is applicable. And this surcharge is applicable subject to marginal relief. That means there is a concept, something called as marginal relief. We'll be understanding to that. And health education says is 4% on IT plus surcharge. In this example, we had taken surcharge was not applicable. Therefore, I had not showed you how surcharge is to be completed. But first income tax we have computed, on that surcharge will be added, then 4% on that will be computed. That is called a health education cess. Then there is one provision called as alternative minimum tax. That means, okay, that is your tax you are computing like this. But as an alternative to that, you have to pay minimum tax. Right? How to pay minimum tax? The alternative minimum tax is that if your total income exceeds 20 lakh rupees, then you need to pay 18.5% of adjusted total income. Plus you have to pay surcharge if applicable. Plus cess 4% also applicable to. So this concept right now, don't worry about this. I'll be explaining all this concept in future. But I think at this level, you know how to compute tax. Okay. A tax for a person whose age is below 60 years. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Coming to next category of person who are referred to as senior citizens. And now we are talking about the persons whose age is 60 years or above, but less than 80 years. In that case, as you can see, there is a small change in the slab rate. The first slab rate, which was up to 2.5 lakh, was nil, and here that has increased to how much?
3 lakhs.
3
3
lakhs.
lakhs.
So, for a senior citizen, up to 3 lakh rupees, no tax. Tax rate is 0. Then from 3 lakh to 5 lakh, our usual 5% is applicable. Then 5 lakh, that is more than 5 lakh, up to 10 lakh, 20% is applicable. And any income which is in excess of 10 lakh will be charged at the rate of what percentage?
30%.
30%.
Okay, but normally you see 3 slabs I'm talking about: 5%, 20%, and 30%. Okay, right? And this is also subject to rebate under section 87A. I'll be explaining. Surcharge will be levied if applicable, and the surcharge is subject to marginal relief. We'll be learning what is that. Health and education says 4% on income tax plus surcharge, and AMT, alternate minimum tax, is also applicable. We'll be learning that. Okay, right? So first slab you have seen. Second slab also you have seen, resident senior citizens. Third category, here you have to see this is for resident senior citizens, not for non-residents. As you know earlier, residential status is important. Is it not? Yes or no? I had told you
Yes,
earlier.
sir. Yes, sir.
So here this 3 lakh is only for resident senior citizens, you have to remember. Now resident senior citizens whose age is above 80 years or who are of 80 years age or more, we call it as the very senior citizen or very super senior citizen. As you can see here, up to 5 lakh rupees, no tax, because tax rate is nil. Okay, that 5% slab is also not there, because 5% slab was there for 5 lakh rupees. Here up to 5 lakh rupees, nil. And 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh rupees, what is the tax rate?
20%.
And above 10 lakh, same 30% is there. Understand? And here also this concessional rate in the sense up to this up to 5 lakh rupees, there is a concession nil. This is applicable only if the person is resident. Okay. A rebate under 87A is
Yes.
applicable. Surcharge is applicable in certain situation, subject to marginal relief. Health and education says is 4%, and AMT is also applicable if the total income exceeds more than 20 lakh. Did you understand this? Up to
Yes,
this,
sir.
so 3
Yes,
basic
sir.
slabs we covered, right? Now, as I told you, there is a rebate. What is this rebate? We'll see. Rebate is like 87A. rebate I'm talking about. And you might have heard that up to 5 lakh rupees, normally we assume that tax is, there is no tax. Yes or no? Many of us might be knowing that up to 5 lakh rupees, if your income is there, you don't have to pay any tax. You know it or not?
Yes, sir.
You know. But right now I told you that you see slab rates, the basic exemption limit is only 2.5 lakh. And for senior citizen it is 3 lakh. 5 lakh is only for super senior citizens. Then how it is that possible that up to 5 lakh there is no tax? Because of this particular rebate, which is referred to as 87A. 87A says, as you can see, an individual assessee being an individual resident whose total income does not exceed 5 lakh rupees shall be entitled to a deduction from the amount of income tax. That means if his income doesn't exceed 5 lakh rupees, he is eligible for a deduction from the income tax. Okay, how much will be deduction? An amount to 100% of such income tax. That means if your income doesn't exceed 5 lakh rupees, 100% will be tax will be exempted, or an amount of 12,500 rupees, whichever is less. If you compute your tax exactly on 5,000 rupees, 5 lakh rupees, you'll find tax rate is 12,500. So up to that, it is exempt. Not exempt. I will not say exempt. If it is so, if your income is up to 5 lakh rupees, you're eligible for a rebate. And because of this rebate, your tax liability becomes nil. Meaning, if the total income is less than or equal to 5 lakh rupees, how much deduction will be getting? Entire tax amount or 12,500, whichever is less. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because of this thing, so not because of tax slab, because of this particular section, because of rebate allowed under this particular section, your tax liability becomes nil. If your total income and your total income is less than 5 lakh rupees or up to 5 lakh rupees, and if you are an resident individual. Did you understand? But here, one thing you have to understand it very clearly. Okay, that now are you seeing the PPT or you are seeing my video now?
Your video.
Sir, your video.
My video. Okay. Now, what we're talking about, one has to understand very clearly. This rebate is allowed only when your total income is up to 5 lakh rupees. If your total income is 5 lakh 1, then this rebate is not allowed. Okay. So, give me a moment. I'm going to share a different screen right now. Just a minute. Friends, what you are seeing on the screen?
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome screen. Yeah. Let us go to Income Tax Department's website quickly. So site is, incometax.gov.in. Oh. As I told you, this is the Income Tax Department website. You are seeing it. I had told you earlier, go here, act. You can refer to act. I'm not going to act right now. I'm taking you to this tax tools, right? Are you seeing it? Tax tools.
Yes, sir.
Now you see under the tax tools, I will be showing you. Here is a link. You see tax calculator. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll click here tax calculator. Okay, here you can very quickly calculate tax. Let us say I'm calculating for the assessment year 21-22. My taxpayer is an individual. This is, you see, this is another section I will be telling you subsequently. Next year, this year it has come. I'm writing no here because there is a choice. You may go to a new scheme. Whether opting for taxes under section, this thing, this is I'm writing no. Let us say male, female, senior citizen. I am writing male. Residential status, I am writing resident. Now you see, let us say that person's net taxable income is 5 lakh. Okay. Are you getting how much income? 5 lakh I
5
typed.
lakh.
You see. How much tax?
0.
0. So I am writing it 5 lakh 100. Now you see how much tax?
12,500.
13,021.
You see 100 rupees income and he is paying how much tax? 13,100. 13,021. Okay. You see, even if income is slightly more, let us say not even 5 lakh 100, 5 lakh. One. Are you seeing? He has to
Yes,
pay
sir.
13,000
Sir.
for 1 rupee. Because exactly 5 lakh rupees, he's getting 12,500. But rebate is given to him 12,500. That's why it is nil. Otherwise, if the income is 1 rupee more, then he has to pay 13,000. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
And that's the
Yes,
fact.
sir.
Okay. So one has to be careful about this thing. Maybe sometimes you have to plan your income in such a way that if it is marginally exceeding 5 lakh rupees, so it is wise to restrict it within 5 lakh rupees. Otherwise, 1 rupee income may attract 13,000 rupees tax. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the calculator. You can use this calculator for any person, individuals, depending upon the, let us say, senior citizen, super senior citizen. You can try. You can manually calculate your tax calculation and check it with the help of this calculator, whether it is working properly or not. Okay, it will be very useful to you. Any kind of computation, not only this, many other calculators are also available. You can compute manually and also test your calculations by using this calculator. It will be very useful to you. Well, friends. Now, so this is the basic rate of tax we have understood. Now, after that, after having understood the rebate, now we'll be understanding. I told you there is surcharge element is there in some cases. In this situation, only surcharge will be levied. Okay, it depends upon the income. If it is more than 50 lakh, up to 1 crore, surcharge is 10%. That is 10% on income tax. On income tax, on the tax amount, you have to add surcharge. And if it exceeds more than 1 crore, but up to 2 crore, the surcharge amount is how much? 15%. If it exceeds 2 crore, surcharge amount is 25%. If it exceeds 5 crore, surcharge is computed at 37%. Right? So if it doesn't exceed 50 lakh, no issue. But it exceeds 50 lakh rupees, then surcharge will be coming. Okay. And I told you one more thing, that here in the calculator, it was asking you whether he is opting for section 115 BAC. What is 115 BAC? This is a new provision which is applicable for assessment year 2021-22. What is this section? This section gives a choice to the assessee, to the individual assessee. That means a new scheme is there. If he opts the new scheme, income will be levied, tax will be levied at a concessional rate. Up to certain slab 5%, then 10%, then 15%, then 20%, 25%, 30%, like this. But different slabs of income, different rates are there. Okay, but if you go for that new scheme, definitely tax amount is expected to be less, but you have to forego certain deduction. Certain deductions will not be made available to you. So one has to make a comparison. In fact, this is a normal scheme that we are learning now. whether that is good or new scheme, that is good. In the both the cases, you have to compute what is the tax. And normally assessee will choose the scheme where tax liability is less. Okay, so calculators are available in the income tax department website. One can easily compare what is the tax under old scheme, what is the tax under the new scheme. So both the schemes, maybe in the next class, I'll be able to explain you or practically see how surcharge is calculated and what kind of options are available, or how to compute tax under the new scheme. Okay, do you have any query right now? Do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so thank you, friends. We are going to.
Thank you, friends.
Yeah, please tell me.
It's 10.